Liability Issues and Disaster by Terrence Brooks. According to the Federal Emergency Management Association, a dangerous event that causes significant human and economic loss and demands a crisis response beyond the scope of any single agency or jurisdiction is considered a disaster. A liability comes into effect when one is considered responsible for something, especially by law. Hurricane Katrina was the largest and third strongest hurricane ever to be recorded to make landfall in the U.S., which impacted about 90,000 square miles. In New Orleans, the levees were designed for Category 3, but the Katrina packed a Category 5 hurricane with winds up to 175 miles per hour. The death toll reached 1,836 people, and 705 people are reported as still missing as a result of Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina affected over 15 million people in different factors such as economy, evacuations, gas prices, or drinking water. In the end, Hurricane Katrina caused $81 billion in property damages, but is still estimated as the total economic impact in Louisiana, Mississippi may exceed $150 billion, earning the title of the costliest hurricane in U.S. history. The region affected by the storm supported roughly 1 million non-farm jobs, and still hundreds of thousands of local residents were left unemployed by the hurricane. The planning to create shelter and safety for the citizens of New Orleans definitely did not have a great effect. New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin could be held accountable for the lack of execution and the cost of all the lives that were taken in Hurricane Katrina. The mayor delayed the evacuation orders and did not have drivers ready to operate transportation for citizens to the Superdome. Many were left stranded, waiting for transportation. Many sat outside the Superdome waiting for help, but never got it. On the other hand, a federal court found the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers responsible for the catastrophic event flooding the New Orleans during the Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Residents of New Orleans, where more than 1,000 people were killed and many thousands made homeless in one of the worst disasters in American history, have been suing the Corps, arguing that it failed to maintain a Mississippi River canal and did not protect the city properly from the storm. According to CNN, a federal judge issued a blistering decision against the Corps in 2009, accusing it of negligence over a period of 40 years. U.S. District Court Judge Stanwood Duval Jr. awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages to each of 5 families that lived in the worst-hit sections of the city, the lower Ninth Ward and St. Bernard Parish. The ruling opened the way for about 100,000 other homes and businesses in the affected area to claim compensation. Eventually, a higher court reversed the decision. Stated in the CNN news report, the appeals court found that the government could not be held responsible because of a provision known as the discretionary function exception, also known as the DFE, which says the government can't be sued for actions that an agency or government employee makes or fails to make if the function is discretionary. The DFE is intended to prevent courts from second-guessing government decisions grounded in social, economic, and political policy during the course of lawsuits and appeals, the court says. Hurricane Katrina still leaves a bad taste in Americans' mouth and also a bad outlook on how the government is ran. The people of New Orleans are still trying to get the horrible feeling of the event of Hurricane Katrina from their lives. That day in New Orleans will always be remembered.